Hi, it's Piotr Zawadzki here, founder and creator of Wake Up Seductive and creator of this free video training series where I'm going to share with you what are the secrets of the guys who are the most successful with women. What is it that they focus on and what they mastered in their life so they can be so good, they can attract high quality women in their lives, they can keep an exceptional woman and they can create a great relationship. What would it take for you to become that kind of man? What would it take for you to join this kind of man for whom meeting women is just as easy as other daily activities? So basically, in this video, I'm going to share with you what are the 4 stages that you will have to master in your life to actually move yourself from point A to point B. Then I will share with you what are the steps, 3 basic steps that you will have to take also to actually master these 4 stages. So then you can live the life that you always wanted to live. And also, at the end of this video, I will reveal what is the number one fear that prevents guys from ever achieving any success with women. What is the number one fear that prevents them from ever approaching any woman, starting a conversation, even being with a woman in a relationship? What is that number one thing that prevents them, that sabotages their success? And how to eliminate it? I will give you the strategy how you can eliminate that fear from your life for good. If you happen to be one of these guys who have it. I don't say I know everything, I say everything about you, but if you happen to have it, then I believe this video will be very helpful for you. Look, you have the opportunity to become a man that you always wanted to be. You can be the man that you are dreaming of becoming. You can be the man that goes through life feeling confident, feeling amazing of who you are, feeling proud of yourself, feeling proud how you show up. And because of that, you can attract an amazing woman in your life. You can have an amazing dating lifestyle. You can meet many women, as many as you want, and you can choose which woman to settle for if you decide to enter a relationship. And of course, you can be a man who can create a great relationship with an exceptional woman. This is all available for you. Look, never in the history we had to struggle with women as we are struggling right now. Guys today struggle with women so much. They don't know how to talk with women, they don't know how to communicate with women, they don't know what emotional connection is. They don't know how to keep a woman. They don't even know how to attract a woman in the first place. Never in the history, guys had to struggle so much. Look, our grandfathers, they didn't have to struggle with women so much. They didn't have to learn how to be good with women. It was natural. And you have that ability as well. You have that inborn ability to attract high quality women in your life. You have that ability to become a man that you are meant to be. There is that man inside of you. They're sleeping. And it's time for you to wake him up, to bring him to light, so you can show up every single day, having more confidence, charging through life, feeling amazing of who you are as a man, attracting great women in your life, and making women feel amazing just with your presence. This is all available for you. And there's opportunity for you that you can be that powerful man and you can charge through life really giving the best of who you are. And I believe that this is your responsibility to become a man that you are meant to be and live your life for yourself, live your powerful life, not life of someone else's, but your life. And this is the chance for you. Look, for me, it wasn't always that colorful. I struggled so many times with women, and also along the way I discovered something. I discovered that for guys, the number one thing that really stops them, that stands in the way of becoming good with women, is they really do not know where to start. Maybe you can relate that you are thinking about mastering this area for your life so you can have a good woman in your life, or you can have an amazing dating lifestyle, but you just didn't know where to start. You feel confused, you felt frustrated, you feel powerless, and maybe you even feel helpless when it comes to meeting women because you don't know where to start and what are the things that you would have to focus in your life to master. And that's why I created this video, to show you what will be the stages, what are the stages that you will have to master, and what are the steps that you would have to take in your life to actually become great with women. And I will show you also what's the number one thing that you can eliminate from your life and actually charge more enthusiastic, more confident, more powerful, more courageous, and more bold that you have ever been in your life. Look, if you don't know me, as I said, it wasn't always that very colorful for me. I struggled so many times with women. As a matter of fact, when I was 21 years old, I had a terrible breakup in my relationship. My relationship finished, and I can say it wasn't a good relationship, but it was the first one I ever had. That's why I wanted to keep that relationship as long as I wanted, because it was the first one. And I was so scared that if this relationship will finish, I will never be able to attract any woman in my life again. At that moment when it finished, I went to England. It was like I had to run away. I had to run away from that life. And I was in England. I found myself in England alone. I had no friends. I had no money. And I didn't know how to be good with women. My first relationship finished and I just didn't know what to do. I felt completely lost. Maybe you can relate to me. Maybe you were in a similar situation, that maybe you had a relationship and it broke and you just didn't know what to do. And I found myself in that stage, in that moment. And also, when I was asking people around how to be good with women, they all were giving me the same advice. So be nice to women, treat them with respect, buy them good gifts, buy them flowers. And we all know that it doesn't work, and maybe you tried some of these methods and strategies in your life and it didn't work. So possibly me sharing this story with you, I believe that you can relate to me. So also at that moment when I was feeling so frustrated with this area of life called women, I didn't know what to do. I decided that I will master it, that I will handle this area, and I will never again settle for anything less that I deserve in my life. And I will do whatever it takes. But I just didn't know what to do, where to start. But I had this dream that one day I will be good with women. I saw the guys on the street going with women. I could see that they had so much love in their life and they had so much confidence, and I could see that women were happy with them, and I wanted to know how to join them, how to be one of them. And I realized that at that moment of frustration, I realized that we guys want three big things, and they are the basic things. We want to know that we are living our true potential, that we are the best of ourselves, that we are going through life being ourselves, being who we can be, giving the best of what we can give. We also want to know that we have the skill to attract women in our lives. We want to be in a position where we feel in control, so we can attract and we can keep an amazing woman in our lives. And the third thing that we want is, we want to know that women feel amazing in our presence. And that three big realization made me really decide that I will handle this area of my life. And I believe that you can relate to me. You also want to know that you are living your true life, you are living your potential, you are being the best of who you can be as a man. I believe that you want to have the skill of attracting women in your life, and you also want to make women feel amazing with your presence. And that's a basic thing. We all guys want that, and that's completely natural. And at that moment, I also fall into the trap, into the so-called movement of pickup artists, of seduction community. And I tried some of the things and I got some successes, but somehow deep inside it felt unnatural. When I was using some of these methods that they were teaching, I felt really uncomfortable. I really didn't like to do it, but because I didn't see any other alternative, I was doing it. But I went to the point that it felt so unnatural. It wasn't me. When I was using it, I didn't feel I was being my true self, my honest self, my authentic self. And I wanted to be the best of I can be. I wanted to do it with authenticity and with integrity. And I believe you also want to be someone who is not manipulating women. You want to do it with integrity, with authenticity, and with woman's heart in your mind and in your soul. And I decided to take a different route. I started studying psychology. I started working on myself. I started working on my health, on my body, on my psychology, on my spirituality. I started so many different areas, and I started getting amazing results. I started dating women from all over the world. And when it was happening, I couldn't believe I could break through. I couldn't believe I could push through all the challenges, and I could finally experience an amazing dating life that I had. And that time, I met a woman that I fell in love with, and I'm with her till this moment, and I'm having an amazing relationship. And I'm sharing this story with you so maybe you can feel inspired, and maybe it will make you believe that you can do it as well. Look, if I could overcome so many challenges in my life, I believe that anyone can do it, and you can do it as well. Look, when we start to learn how to be good with women, or even when we think about improving this area of our lives, there are so many controversies regarding these areas. There are so many myths that guys believe that really stop them. So one of the myths that they believe is that in order to be successful with women, you have to be rich, or you have to be famous, or you have to be super good looking, you have to have a car, nice apartment. But you know what? None of this is true. As a matter of fact, the guys who are the most successful with women, they don't have money, they don't have a nice and fancy car, they're just average looking guys who mastered some of the areas, understood women, worked on themselves, and because of that they can achieve amazing successes with women. Look, when I was dating these amazing women, I had no money, I had no car, and I didn't even have my own apartment. I was renting a room, working for a minimum salary, and when I was bringing women in my flat, I had to ask my friend to take overtime in his workplace so I could bring a woman in my place. And so believing that you have to be rich or famous, it's absolutely not true. And it's the myth that you have to take out of your life, because that can this can sabotage you very much in your life if you keep believing it. See, the other reason, the other controversy that stops guys from ever learning how to be good with women is that they fall into the idea that they have to be jerks. Maybe they heard from somewhere that, okay, if what you're doing is not working, you have to be like a jerk. And then jerks like women, so because you will be a jerk, women will like you. But that's not true. Maybe you will see some jerks with attracting women, but no one really mentions that these women who are with these jerks are emotionally screwed up. Look, an exceptional woman, a woman who values herself, a woman who has aspiration in her life, who has dreams, who knows her own value, will not stay with a jerk for too long. She might be attracted for him for some time, but soon she will really feel repelled and she will leave. The other reason that guys, they stop even learning how to be good with women is that they believe that because they failed in the past, this is how it's going to be in the future. But this is not true. Look, past does not equal the future. What happened yesterday doesn't have to happen today. You can reinvent yourself every single day and start over again. Every single day is a new chance to start again from scratch and turn everything around. Look, I was a failure with women till I was 20 years old. And 1 year later, I could meet all these amazing women, and I could find an amazing woman in my life and have a great relationship with her till this moment. If I could turn it all around, you can turn it all around, no matter how many times you failed in the past, and I truly believe in it. Look, another thing that guys who want to be good with women, that something that stops them, another reason that they feel blocked, is that they believe that they have to become so-called pickup artists to become good with women. Look, you don't have to become pickup artist. you don't have to become jerk, and you don't have to be rich to be successful with women. So please stop believing it. Look, I am not a jerk. I don't see myself a jerk. I didn't have money, and I could meet all these amazing women in my life and have this amazing dating lifestyle. So believing it is just really sabotaging you if you happen to be one of these guys who believe in it. So if you believe in it, that you have to have money, that you have to be rich, famous, that you have to behave like a jerk, and that you have to manipulate women, that's not true. And you don't have to believe in that. Now let me share with you, what are the stages that you will have to master in your life to become good with women? What are the secrets? What are the stages that these guys who are so good with women, what they mastered in their life, and what you will have to focus on so you can also join them and start achieving that amazing success that you really deserve and that you truly want. So okay, the first thing that you will have to master in your life is learning how to approach women, how to start a conversation, how to take a phone number, and how to set up a date. Look, you can be introduced to a great woman by your friend or by your colleague at work, but what if you happen to be walking on the street or being someplace and you see that woman and you feel that she is an amazing woman and you feel that there's something pulling you towards her, but you just are not comfortable with the idea of approaching her. What would you do in that moment? Well, basically, you will lose the opportunity. You can meet amazing women without learning how to approach women, but the guys who are so good with women, they feel very comfortable and they don't lose the opportunity when that opportunity shows up. That's why I truly believe you will have to master the area of approaching women. Then, the second area that you will have to master is the area of communication. You will have to learn how to communicate with women and how to connect with them emotionally. Look, women are all about communication. They are all about emotional connection. And if you don't know how to communicate with them and how to connect with them emotionally, they will not be interested. You can be fearless when you approach a woman. But when you don't know how to communicate with her, then of course you will lose it. You will lose the opportunity of keeping that amazing woman in your life, of creating that powerful and strong and lasting attraction that she will feel towards you. Okay, now the third stage that you will have to master is you will have to learn how to keep a woman. Look, what you do in a relationship is something else what you do when you approach a woman and when you communicate with a woman. Of course, you need to communicate with a woman if you want to keep her, but here the different games begin. If you try to use certain approaches and mindset and beliefs from this stage and you try to use it here, it can often backfire and it can hurt you and it can repel women from you. Basically, you have to learn how to keep a woman. All the skills of approaching women and great communication will not work when you want to keep a woman. Of course, you have to approach a woman and know how to communicate if you want to get to this stage where you actually can keep a woman. I think that's simple, that's really logical to understand. You have to learn how to keep a woman. Look, the truth is that the guys so-called the most successful pickup artists in the world, they are great at approaching women, they are even great at communicating, but did you know that most of them, they don't know how to keep a woman, how to create great relationship? Most of them, they are taking advice from so-called relationship expert how to keep a woman because they just don't know how to do it. So you cannot get here without learning this and learning this. Then you have to learn the last thing, how to satisfy a woman. Look, the truth is every relationship requires that you become a masterful lover. You have to learn how to satisfy your woman if you want to have a happy woman on your shoulders in your relationship. People don't want to say that. This is somehow controversial. People don't like to say and believe that this is important, but this is very important. You have to learn how to give your woman an amazing pleasure if you want to have a happy woman in your relationship. That's like a last final touch. It's like putting the last nail in the wall. and you have to master this. So now you know what you will have to master in your area. You know that you have to learn how to approach women. You know you have to learn how to communicate and connect with them emotionally. You know that you have to learn how to keep a woman in a relationship and how to make that relationship work. And you have to learn how to satisfy them. Now let me share with you, what are the 3 steps that you will have to also master in your life so you can start achieving and living the life and meeting women that you always wanted to meet. So the first step that you will have to take to become great with women is you have to start with yourself. You have to make yourself strong. Look, if you do not change, if you do not bring what's the best in you, nothing will ever change. And believing that learning some tricks and methods will solve the problem is just delusional, and it will not work, and it will hurt you in the long term. Look, you have to learn how to master yourself. You have to learn how to tap into the power of your psychology. You have to learn how to master your beliefs, your mindset. Then you have to learn how to master your emotions. Look, maybe you had the times that because you couldn't master your emotion, maybe it cost you a relationship, or you had some fears that stopped you from approaching a woman you really liked, or you screwed something up in a relationship because you couldn't manage your emotions. You have to master your emotions. Then you have to master your physiology. Look, you communicate so much with your physiology. Your body says so much even before you open your mouth. And a woman can sense that. She can feel that. She can sense how congruent you are, how real you are, and how authentic you are. You cannot fake that. You have to tap into the power of your physiology. Then you have to master your spirituality. You have to tap into your spirit. You have to learn how to communicate with women, how to connect with her, how to connect with her soul. She can feel how present you are in the moment. And without presence, you cannot be good with women. A woman cannot feel attracted to you if you are not present with her. Then, the second step is you have to understand her. You have to get inside her mind. You have to look on the world through her eyes. Look, you have to know what drives her. You have to know what she's attracted to, so you can develop those qualities. You have to learn what she doesn't like, what repels her, so you avoid doing it. That should be obvious. So you have to master yourself. You have to master your psychology, your emotions, your physiology, your spirituality. You have to get inside her mind. And then, of course, the last step is you have to learn how to do it. You have to learn how to approach a woman, how to communicate, how to keep her, and how to satisfy her. There are certain things that you do in each of these areas, and you have to learn how to do it. So basically, now you know what is the process. Regardless whether you decide to continue your education with me or not, at least now you know what to focus on and what you will have to master to join the ranks of the most successful men in the world. A man who can go through life powerful, confident, who can attract amazing women, who can have an amazing dating lifestyle, and who can keep a woman and have a great and loving relationship. That's what it's all about. Look, I truly believe that guys who learn how to be good with women, first they say they want to meet many amazing women, they want to have an amazing lifestyle, but in the end, they want to meet that one amazing woman, and I believe this is what you want. I'm not sure 100%, but I truly believe that even if you start having an amazing dating lifestyle, in the end you will want to settle for one special woman. Look, I had an amazing dating lifestyle, but when I met that one special amazing woman I am with her today, I didn't feel the need to go and date so many women anymore. I just wanted to be with her, and I believe that every guy has that desire inside. And of course I want to make my woman feel amazing, and I believe that any man who has a woman wants to make his woman feel amazing. So now you know these are the stages. You know you will have to learn how to approach a woman. You know you will have to learn how to communicate with a woman. You will have to learn how to keep a woman. You will have to learn how to satisfy your woman if you find her. You will have to master yourself, tap into your psychology, master your emotions, tap into the power of your physiology, and non-verbal communication, of course. You will have to learn how to master your spirituality. Now, let me share with you What is the number one reason that guys fail with women? What is the number one, maybe not even fail, what is the number one reason that they don't even take the first step on the journey to become good with women? This is something that have been stopping and blocking me for so long. But once I discovered the secret, the method, how to overcome it, everything went smoothly. And I believe that what I'm about to share with you will change your life forever. If you really take it to your heart, if you really apply, if you think about it, if you sit, look at it and think about it, I truly believe it will change your life forever, and it will change the way you look at yourself and the way you look at women and life in general. So, the number one thing that stops guys is the fear of rejection. That's the number one thing. That's the number one reason. They can say that they don't want to approach a woman because of this, but because of that. But the number one thing that stops guys from ever approaching a woman, from even wanting to get into the relationship, is the fear of rejection. We don't like to be rejected. No one likes to be rejected. It's obvious. But that fear is taking over a man's mind. When a man is trying to approach a woman, he's feeling that pounding in his heart. Maybe you had the experience when you wanted to approach a woman you really liked and your heart started pounding. Your lips started getting dry. Your throat started getting dry. You had that kind of weird feeling in your stomach, some kind of like a butterflies. And almost like you felt paralyzed. And you fear that you will not know what to say after hi. And that's why you didn't even take the first step to go even and say hi to a woman. So this is the number one reason that stops guys. The fear of rejection. But you know what? You don't have to have that fear. You can eliminate that fear. And let me share with you what I learned from my mentor, Tony Robbins. How to overcome the fear of rejection. You can do hypnosis, you can do NLP, all different kind of patterns, different methods, different reprogramming techniques. But I have a simple answer for it. And this is what I learned from him. When he said that, I had this huge aha in my life at that moment, and it changed everything. After that, I could approach any woman I wanted to. Even it didn't work every single time. I could do it. And because I could do it, I had the practice, I could get better and better, and I could improve. And I believe it will do the same for you. So look, the number one strategy I want to share with you to overcome that fear of rejection is defining rejection. I want you to define the rejection in a different light. Look, for someone, being rejected means, let's say there's a guy walking on the street, he's having an eye contact with a woman and a woman breaks eye contact. This is enough for him to feel rejected. I hope you don't feel that way. For someone, feeling rejected is when someone doesn't agree with his ideas. Let's say you're having a conversation with your friend or with a woman, you share something and they don't agree with what you say. They have a different opinion. At that moment you can feel rejection. So everyone has a different structure for the rejection. Everyone defines the rejection in a different light. And I don't know how you define your rejection. I cannot get inside your head. But you know when you feel rejected. Maybe you feel rejected when a woman doesn't want to give you her phone number, or maybe when you are talking with a woman and she says that she has a boyfriend. Maybe at that moment you feel rejected. I don't know. You know the answer. But I want you to set up a new standard for yourself. I want you to define that rejection in a different light. So you will no longer feel that rejection. Even if you go and try something and it doesn't work, you will not feel rejected. If you approach a woman, even if you say anything to her, anything that comes to your mind, you will say to that woman and she will laugh at you. You will not feel rejected. And you will not have that fear. So let's define the rejection in a new light. To give you an idea what I mean defining the rejection is, look, before when I was trying to learn how to be good with women, and when I approached a woman and She just maybe said, I'm busy, or sorry, I'm in a hurry. I felt rejected and I took it personally. And I was beating myself up after that at home for hours and hours, and I was thinking why she wasn't interested, what did I do wrong, what I can do differently next time. And then I heard that idea from Tony Robbins, and it really changed my life. He said, make it difficult for you to feel rejected. And I said, what would it really mean for me to make it very difficult to feel rejected? And I said, I decided to make it very difficult for me to feel rejected. I said that for me, right now, for me to feel rejected is that I will have to be sent to the desert by a million people and ask never come back again to society. And then when I come back, they would beat me up and send me back to the desert again. This is the only reason when I will ever feel rejected in my life. Look, I'm sending you this video. Some people will like it, some people will not like it. Some people will say, oh, how can you teach me? Or some people will say, oh, your accent is funny. You don't know what you're talking about. I understand some people will not like it. Some people will maybe post bad comments under this video. It doesn't matter. It's not going to make me feel rejected in any way. And I want you to also define this for yourself. I want you to set up the new standard for yourself, new level of rejection, new standard that you have for yourself. So I want you right now to write down when you will feel rejected. Maybe first write down, when did you feel rejected in your life? What were the feelings? What did come up? What were your thinking process at that moment when you felt that rejected? When you felt that rejection? And now, after that, define what the rejection means to you. I want you to make it very difficult for you to feel rejected. Maybe you can feel rejected when someone tells you, look, I truly see that you are not living your true potential. I truly see that you are not living to be the best of yourself. Maybe that's the good reason to feel rejected, because that can give you motivation to actually look at your life and see maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not giving the best of what I can give to the world. So make it difficult for yourself. And anyway, under this video, I'm going to put a PDF that you can download that will walk you through this exercise, that will explain a little bit better in more detail how you can do it. And I want you to do that exercise. And after that, after doing that exercise, I want you to do something special, something different. I want to challenge you. I want you to define, after you define that rejection, I want you to go out to the world and I want you to approach a woman. And I want you to do it in a specific way. I'm not going to give you something magical to say. I'm going to give you a simple thing that you can say. I want you to go and say to a woman, hey, I saw you walking and you look like someone who knows where the good coffee shops are. Can you help me find good coffee shops? Can you tell me where the good coffee shops is? That's all. Please do it. And when you do it with a smile, do it with confidence, and do it with the new belief that there's no rejection. That you define rejection in a different light and you will not feel that. Trust me, do it and you will see what happens. And after you do it, I want you to do something. I want you to record a few minutes video where you will share what was your experience, what did you learn, how you define your rejection, what's your new standard for feeling rejection, and then put that video on YouTube, take the link and put it in the comments below, and I will personally watch the videos. And I decided to do something special. I decided to reward a person who is an action taker, someone who can actually do it, who is courageous. I decided to do something special. I will give you an access for the whole year to my new program that I'm going to be releasing very soon. It's Wake Up Seductive Monthly. It's a 12-month program delivered to you online every single month, where I am going to teach all these 4 stages, all these 3 steps. I'm going to teach everything, the whole blueprint, step by step, where I'm going to take you by hand, personally, and help you transform yourself into the most powerful man that you can be, so you can start achieving an amazing successes with women that you really deserve. Plus, I'm going to personally coach you on Skype. Look, this is something that I charge $500. I charge $500 for my 1-hour coaching. And if you do it, and I like your video, and I see that you were courageous, that you took on a challenge, that you challenged yourself, and that you also inspired other people. Because when you do it, when you post that video, you will inspire other people, and you will see what's possible. And I want you to do it. And I will coach you personally if I happen to like your video. I will choose one person that I will give access to for this 12-month training program, and I will coach that one person over the phone or over the Skype. Look, learning how to be good with women has so many benefits. It's not just learning how to be good with women, how to approach women, but when you learn how to be good with women, you can have more respect in your life from other people. You can transform the whole environment because you show up every day with new level of confidence, with new level of passion and aliveness, and this is contagious, and you have that chance to transform the environment around you. You have the chance to bring the best out in women, and that's what I wish for you. So look, I really hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it served you. I hope that you are going to define the rejection in a new light, that you are going to take part in this challenge that I gave you, and after that I will watch this video personally and I will reward the winner. Again, I hope you really enjoyed, that it was helpful for you, that it inspired you. Please post any comments below or any questions you have regarding this video or regarding anything that I discussed in this video, and I will personally reply to all of the questions, all of the comments. I will try to reply to all of them. If there are thousands of them, possibly I cannot reply to all of them, but I will do my best to reply to all of them. And in the next couple of days, I will be releasing a new video where I will share with you what are the common myths that guys believe that really prevent them and sabotage them from achieving success with women. And I will also share with you the number one concern the guys have when it comes to meeting women. Okay, so again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it really served you. Please post any question, any comments below in the comment section under this video. I will reply to them personally. And until I see you in the next video, go to the world with the intention of being your highest self, love women, and make them feel special today.